Hi everyone. So, hi. Today we're not going to be doing a normal craft. In fact, what we're going to be doing today is a chill session. So we can all just chill, relax, and so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better. Okay, so I did start recording earlier today. I did, and then I realized that what I was talking about wasn't something personal. Because I mean, that's what chill time's about, right? Personal things. So I spoke to the blue one, and I was like, my dude, help, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, and I need something for chill session. And he says, you should talk about something that happened to you. And he said something specific, which I will not be saying until I get my chance to tell my story. But that's what he said. I need to tell my story. And I threw some ideas. I'm like, but what if I told this and this? And he said, no, you have to tell your story. So that's what I'm going to tell you today. What I'm going to be talking about today is discrimination and how people can very easily be two-faced, especially those that you don't expect. Now you may be very confused because you've got no clue what I'm talking about. Let's start there. Because you're wondering, what could Ange possibly be discriminated about? What in the world could cause someone to discriminate or be hateful or something towards me? Well, other than being a girl, yeah, there are people out there like that. I know, it's disgusting. Other than that, I'm bi. A lot of you may now be sitting there being very confused. So what the hell does she mean bi? What does that mean? That means I'm not gay. I'm bisexual. I like guys and I like girls. Now, what does that have to do with anything? Well, as everyone should know, if you don't, you're really not keeping up with the news. Even then, we're not major news at the moment. Being gay or being just part of the LGBTQ plus community can be very dangerous. And then you may be asking, but if it's so dangerous, why are you part of it? Because I didn't choose it. I didn't choose to be gay, I didn't choose to be bi, I didn't. I was born this way, just like I was born with the hair I have, with the eyes I have, with the smile I have, the laugh I have. Me. I was born this way. Cool. Now, why was I discriminated against? Who discriminated against me? What exactly happened? Well, see me, I'm Christian. As you can see. I'm Christian. I'm not Catholic, I'm not Protestant, I'm not Baptist, I'm not Methodist, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm Christian. We all believe in the same God, well, a few different religions believe in God and Christ and whatnot, all of that. I believe in it, but I'm not going to specify what type of Christian I am. I'm just Christian. I believe that God sent His Son down to earth, which is Jesus Christ, to die on the cross to save us from the consequences of our sins. That's what I believe. I know, fancy explanation. But that's what I believe. And you can believe what you want. This is not me pushing my religion on you. I'm just telling you what I am. I have major respect for you no matter what religion you are, or even if you don't believe in anything. I really don't care. That does not define you as a person. It should not really define you as a person. Well, I mean, never mind. And because I'm Christian, there are apparently a lot of problems with gay Christians. A lot of problems with gay Christians. Because apparently, and I've been told this to my face by people I consider friends, I've been told to my face, you cannot call yourself a Christian and be gay. I've been told this several times, in fact. I can't count how many. By people I know and love. I've been told that I cannot dress the way I dress. Now see me, when it's hot, I will put on a crop top and I will put on shorts. Not necessarily both at the same time, but then again it also depends on where I'm going. If I'm going out, I'm not likely to wear a crop top with shorts. I'm likely to wear shorts with a top, but not necessarily a crop top. And when I go to the beach or when I go swimming, I tend to wear a bikini. Now that's just my personal preference. If you want to rock a full costume, or if you want to rock pants and a shirt, if you want to rock baggies, whatever you want to rock, go for it. Now me, I get the whole modesty situation, but at the same time, I don't. Because just let people wear what they want to wear. Anyways, and I've been told before that how I dress is wrong, how I act is wrong, how I speak is wrong, who I am is wrong. And you know what? Everyone has their own opinions. I respect that, as long as it doesn't garner hate towards another human being. Which means you can have your opinion. You can believe gay is wrong. That's fine. You don't need to be gay. Nobody's telling you be gay. But anyways, and so I first came out as bi almost 2 years ago exactly. I'm 3 weeks off from being out for 2 years. I'm recording this on the 10th of Jan, and I first came out on the 31st of January in 2018. And ever since then, I've experienced a lot of things from a lot of people. I've experienced people saying, you're wrong, you can't be this, you can't be that, or this doesn't make sense, you've never been this. And I've been told, and I've been asked, and I've been said a lot of things. And yeah, I have left. At one stage I left the church I used to go to. In fact, I left the year I came out, and I was slowly making my way towards leaving them before I fully left. When I finally came out to all of my friends and all of my people, I realized there were some people I couldn't tell. And all of those people were in the church community. And as a Christian, I feel that shouldn't be correct. You shouldn't have to worry about whether people are going to accept you. I mean, people don't have to accept me. I'm fine with that. But what I'm not fine with is people pulling me aside and telling me to question my life, my choices, and who I am. Because that has been done to me by a lot of people, about ex-boyfriends, about fashion choices. And when I talk about fashion choices, I don't mean either dressing up or dressing down. I mean just in general, a pair of shorts and a tank top. And when it was hot. And even then it wasn't even shorts. That was at a church camp. And the top sat about here, where this one is sitting right now. And I asked my mom before I went on camp, and I asked her, is this top okay? Do you think I would get in trouble for it? We shouldn't have to be asking those questions. But anyways, that's not my main point. Recently being a few days ago, or within the last few days, within the last few months actually, after I left that other church, because I couldn't exactly come out to them, I joined another youth. I stopped going to church completely, but I kept going to youth because youth was where I felt home. It's where I was happy. Youth camps were always my favorite, and so on and so forth. And I went to this youth, and I was happy there. I had a lot of friends, people my age, people who understood me. And I came out to them, and most of them didn't have a problem. At the time, I think there was about 7 of us, 8 of us. It's grown a lot in the last few years. But anyways, and in the last few months, things have changed. Our youth has grown, people have come, people have gone, but the basis of us are somewhat still there. The people that used to go every Friday night, every second Friday, whenever there was. And now I've left because because the past few months I've been feeling left out. I truly have been. I've been feeling like there isn't a place for me there anymore. I feel I can't be myself. I feel I can't dress like I want to dress when it's hot. And I didn't feel like I could be me. Like I felt like I was putting on a mask again. And I didn't like that. So I started thinking, should I leave, should I not? And I started debating it heavily with myself. And every time I considered leaving, one of my friends would message me and they would be like, Ange, don't leave. We're gonna miss you. I said, yeah, but. And then they would say, you're staying. So for a while, I stayed. And I kept staying, and I kept staying, and I kept staying. Until youth camp last year. Now, youth camp was amazing. I loved it, and it was the most fun thing I have done for so long. Every year I'm counting down the days. For the first half of the year after camp, we're talking about how amazing that camp was. The next 6 months we're looking forward to the next camp. And this year I had made friends, and these friends had already been, they don't live close by, they live very far away. And so I was like, okay. And so this camp I went, and when they arrived, I greeted them. I was very happy, and I spent my first evening chilling with them. And I was happy. I was relaxing with the people I wanted to relax with. But then I did try. To them it may not seem like I may have tried, but I did try to be a part of my youth group for some time of the camp. And they just weren't having it. I found out that they had started talking about me behind my back. And when I say talking about me, I mean judging. They started talking about how I was dressing on a camp that was by the beach in the middle of the summer. I was living in my bikini. Not gonna lie. I was living in my bikini. I was wearing shorts the whole time, and oftentimes I was wearing a crop top. And I was fine like that. Nobody complained. Nobody complained. Nobody, except the people I came with. And so I found out that they were talking about me behind my back. I wasn't happy. But I decided to ignore it because I had a feeling it had been happening for a while. And then, the other day, the group of them all went together to the beach. Like, they made a whole group to go to the beach or whatever. I wasn't invited, obviously. I found out afterwards that they had all gone to the beach and that they had all enjoyed themselves thoroughly. I was very happy for them. Anyways, nonsense started happening on our youth group, and I said, listen, I'm not going to be around where there is hostility. And so I left the group, and so I left the youth. Some people are still asking me in the back. Most people aren't. But one of the main kids of this group messages me when I say, I'm not going to be a part of your youth group anymore. I put it on my WhatsApp story, and I get a message, and I'll read it out to you. I'm not going to tell you who sent it, but I'll read it out to you. And it said, I was very upset, and I said, funny how the people you thought were all your friends just turned out to be lying, two-faced, backstabbing gossipers. That was how I felt. So I verbalized it. Then this guy messages me, right? And he says, don't shame us. You knew it was inevitable since you became two-gendered. Now this stupid child doesn't even realize that two-gendered is bigendered is not the same as bisexual. So I didn't even bother correcting him. I didn't give him the time of day. I screenshot the thing and I outed him because I felt it was enough. And he said, you would feel like an outcast, and you are one. You actually weren't allowed to really come to Impact because of your morals, but we let you come anyway. They let me come. Yeah, sure. You stabbed yourself in the back. Now let me just tell you how that made me feel. That made me feel angry. I was extremely upset. But it showed some people's true colors. It just shows us, let me just tell you, if you are gay, if you are bi, if you're les, if you're a part of the LGBTQ+, these people are always going to be around. They're going to be shouting at us that we're wrong. And to be honest, these people have been doing so, have been shouting at me saying I'm wrong, I'm not really a Christian, I did all of this to myself. People have been telling me this for for a very long time. And a lot of people, once they saw how he spoke to me, a lot of people were very upset. They were not happy with how he was treating me. And in that moment, that made me feel very happy. There are still some people asking me to go back to this youth. There are people that want me to still consider it. And I would go back. Except I haven't felt a part of that family for a very long time. And maybe it's just because of one person, but maybe it's not. And then he tuned me about some nonsense or other, about the fact that I left, that there was no argument, there was no this, there was no that. And I said, listen, you think I left only because of today, but I didn't. And I told him, I left because I get made fun of behind my back by people I thought were family. I left because I get spoken about behind my back. And I left because I am tired of being held to stupid standards. And he replies to me and says, first of all, the only person responsible for any of this is you. You know that being that is wrong, especially when you're a Christian. This is what he says. And what he means by that is bi. Because I'm a part of the LGBTQ+, I am shunned. I'm shunned for calling myself a Christian. And then he says, secondly, you only get spoken about because you don't listen to simple rules, i.e. dress code at camp. This dress code was not from the camp. So technically, I was not in the wrong. I did not wear any clothes that was that inappropriate. I did not wear clothes. Even then, it shouldn't even matter what I'm wearing. And he says, tell me I'm wrong. And he tells me that I cannot blame any of this on anyone but myself. Except I can. Because I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And let me tell you, if you are out there and if you are a person of color, if you are a part of an LGBTQ plus community, if you are a woman, if you are a man, if you are a person, if you exist and you're discriminated against, I am sorry. I know what it's like. And unfortunately, there's only so much we can do about it. And even that isn't much. And I just wanted to let you know that none of you are in this struggle alone. None of you are. I'm not outing anyone by name, but if you're watching this and you know exactly who I'm talking about, please don't out them. They'll likely figure it out by themselves, and if they do decide to come talking, to come bad-mouthing, to come speaking, you know what? Feel free. This person that I'm talking about now has once, and this is a deeply personal piece of information I'm about to give you guys. This person, because I've talked like this, once when I was weaker, when I hadn't been exposed to all of this, he once almost drove me to the point where I felt like I wanted to kill myself. several times actually. And the only reason I'm still here today is because of a select few people that, when I went to them and told them, help me and stand by me, hold me up. I'm lucky enough to have a support system like that. I'm lucky enough to have the people that do that for me. And just know, if you're struggling, feel free to drop me an email. Please. I will put, please put in your subject, help needed, or I'll tell you what to put in the subject in the description. If you need someone to stand by you because you are a person that gets bullied or gets made fun of or whatever, or you're just left out because of who you are and what you do, you're not alone. None of us are. And if you're new to all of this, if you've just discovered yourself and you realize you're gay, you're bi, you're this, you're that, it's okay. It is okay. You are okay. You are valid. If you think you're ugly, you're not. You're beautiful. Whether it's because people say your skin color is wrong, or because your hair color is incorrect. Whatever it is, you are a person. You are valid. You do not deserve any of this. None of us do. And that's okay. We're okay. We're people. And I hope that if you're out there, if you hate on people like me, on people like others, on people like my friends, if you hate on people for something they cannot change, if you hate on people for being who they are, or if you just hate on people, I hope you change. I hope you go look in your own hearts and find out what is wrong. It's okay. I hope you go look in your heart and you figure out that what you're doing is not okay. I hope that you can be a better person, because all of us can. All of us can be better people. If you do discriminate, and if you do hate, go ask yourself why. Go ask yourself how you would feel if somebody did that to you. Go think. Go think. Go think about what you've done, what you've said to people. And I'm going to cut that off there because I think this video has gotten a little long. Yeah. So I think that was my chill session. Very personal, I know. But I do thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, and click the notification bell when you do subscribe so that you can get updates about when we post again. And the next time you see me, I will probably be busy making some gadget or whatever.